wake up, Jambareeqi.
Worry? What is it?
You've got a review today. It's got cats in it, so you've got to dress up as a kitten.
A kitten? Cat ears? No. I'm going to do this review professionally. I'm going to wear my fancy red hat as usual. Okay? It's 6 a.m. We don't film for another 3 hours. Let me sleep. Get out. Oh. Howdy folks, Jambareeqi here. Sorry, I'm really tired this morning because someone woke me up at 6 a.m.
What? I just wanted to see you dress up as a cat. I thought it'd be really cute with your cat ears.
No, Kawari, I'm not wearing cat ears for this review. You can keep your silly fantasies to yourself. This is Nocturna. It took ages for this DVD to arrive in my student accommodation. Was it worth the wait though? Let's take a closer look.
Nocturna is a Spanish-French fantasy animated movie. Its story follows Tim, an orphaned boy with a fear of the dark. He cannot sleep without the aid of light from his favorite star, and when he notices that the stars are beginning to fade away, he ends up discovering Nocturna, a magical society that runs nighttime itself. With the help of a cat shepherd, Tim must discover what is taking away the stars and restore them all to bring balance back to Nocturna. This film is pretty excellent. It has lush animation, imaginative ideas, and likable characters. What makes this movie so clever and interesting is how it attaches a different set of fantasy creatures to each part of nighttime. The sounds, visuals, and activities of the night are all orchestrated by fascinating critters. Each one is designed to adapt to their responsibilities within Nocturna. As Tim travels across the city, he meets a variety of Nocturnians that are not only fun, but also leave an impression because you can see so much pride in them. They see their work as artistic efforts. While watching this movie, I kept getting really excited because I was constantly looking forward to seeing what weird monsters would be shown next. Another great thing about this film is that its villain, a sinister shadow that's eliminating the stars, is actually a vivid metaphor of Tim's fear. The shadow represents Tim's nyctophobia, and it is Tim's burden to confront his fear to restore hope to Nocturna. This is a very smart, ambitious, and inventive concept for a film's antagonist, especially for a children's movie. This film's villain isn't an evil sorcerer or a wicked witch, he's a reflection of a child's personal anxiety. I have to give the writers credit for coming up with such a different kind of villain for a story aimed at kids. I mean, it shows that the writers respect the intelligence and understanding of the film's young audience. What else I love about this film is its sense of humor. A lot of the film did make me laugh out loud because it's so sharply written and full of clever little jokes. There's inspired visual gags to laugh at, and there's witty dialogue to listen to. Tim, the film's protagonist, is very likable thanks to his stubborn perseverance. Even though he's terrified of the night, he still tries his hardest to restore the stars. His nyctophobia is his character flaw, and flaws are important things for characters because they make them seem more human. He's also very creative. I mean, he's actually drawn the star system on the orphanage roof. That's pretty cool. In addition, he's full of boundless energy that gives him the stamina that he needs to go on his quest. But he does have the patience to stop and observe the enchanting world around him. It's quite moving watching him trying to achieve his goal despite being in an environment that discomforts him. The cat shepherd is responsible for herding cats, which is an important role because cats help children get to sleep. I love the cat shepherd because he's confident, charismatic, caring, And he has some of the funniest lines in the film. There's a lot of heart, humour and personality in the character of the Cat Shepherd. Tim and the Cat Shepherd do develop a touching bond that's believable because they seem like they're genuinely connecting as characters as the film goes along. Then there's Mocker, the head honcho of Nocturna. Mocker is very mysterious because we don't find out his true intentions until the climax. So it's really fun trying to work out what he's up to or whether he's actually a good guy or a bad guy. I'm not going to reveal if he's a hero or a villain because I don't want to spoil the fun for you if you decide to watch this movie. I think that this film is beautifully animated. It's full of graceful fluidity, smooth drawings, and loving care. You can tell that a lot of patience and effort was put into every frame. The pencil lines ooze with delicate passion. Facial expressions are clear to read, and each character has their own kind of movement that sets them apart from one another. I think that the overall art style is very reminiscent of Disney's Lilo and Stitch. The child characters have chubby limbs just like Lilo, and a lot of the Nocturnians look like the aliens and experiments from the Stitch franchise. Now, I don't know whether the makers of Nocturna were heavily inspired by Lilo and Stitch or the artwork of Chris Saunders or not, but either way, I think that the character designs in this movie are cute, creative, memorable, and stylistic. I mean, there's a lot of imagination and care put into every design. I watched Nocturna in its UK dub format and found it to be a high quality dub. The voice acting is impressive because it's emotive, full of personality, and read with the right level of energy. You know what? I think that the British dub for this Spanish-French movie is actually as good as a professional BBC radio play. It sounds like the cast and director worked hard to achieve a high standard English dub, and the result is brilliant because the dialogue syncs with the original footage and all the voices suit the characters they're attached to. This is all thanks to good casting and stellar performances. On the other hand, I can imagine some people being underwhelmed by the Cat Shepherd's voice. He's designed as a bulky creature, so you'd think it'd sound deep and gruff, but his voice is given a posh tone. However, I liked this because it played with my expectations. The original music for Nocturna was made by French composer Nicolas E. Reyrat. His score is glimmering with magic wonder all the way through. I mean, every instrument used creates enchantingly eccentric sounds that perfectly accompany the film's fantasy images. It's also very versatile because it can switch between being gentle or soft to being scary or exciting. It's capable of adapting to moods or atmospheres on screen, and that's a key ingredient for a music score.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm really sorry. Okay, let's round things up. To conclude, Nocturna is cute, charming, and a bit scary at times too. Which is a good thing. It's a perfect balance of sinister and adorable. It also has stunning animation, fun characters, and lots of creative ideas to offer. I'm going to give it 4 luminous stars out of 5. Now, if you're still unsure whether Nocturna is up your alley, then consider this. If you enjoyed the magical fantasy films of Studio Ghibli, and the dark, mysterious books of Roald Dahl, then you'll certainly love Nocturna. I hope that you enjoyed my review. Subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see similar videos. I've been Jambareeqi, and if you don't mind me, I'm going back to sleep.
No, stop, no! I'm not wearing bloody cat ears, no. Stop. No. No. I'm not a kitten! No! Stop it! No! Get off! Let me go. No.